Man, I finally figured out the difference between the law of attraction and the law of assumption. Hold with me. And it's why it's so important, because when it comes to the law of attraction, we're told, you get to feel good. You got to get yourself in this great feeling space. And although this is true, and although that is the initial work, and this is why the whole healing journey, like literally focusing on your healing, is so important, because you do want to have a clear vessel. The clearer the vessel, the more vivid the image that you can place on it. Okay, but back to the law of attraction. So with the law of attraction, okay, you get to feel good, and I don't want to say and the law of assumption is more that you are embodying the character traits. You are embodying, you're turning into the person. You are embodying the energy of the wish fulfilled. There you go. And here's the distinction with the law of attraction. This is where you're clearing and cleaning out your energy so that you can be a vibrational match, so that you can recognize when the thing of your desire, when you recognize the feeling of what does feel good. But see, the issue is not everything's going to feel good that we attract right away, because we're still clearing the energy, you see. And so it's not going to feel good always, is what I mean. So it might initially feel good, but then you get that distortion and you start going, and then, if you're used to unhealthy coping mechanisms like I was, drugs and alcohol, codependency, trying to regulate on somebody else's system, those are bad plans. But we're still learning. If you're new, if you're growing, you're new. So you're still learning at this point, right? Which is totally fine. But why the law? This is where you have to flip over to the law of assumption. Okay? Because the law of attraction is you're feeling good, you're noticing, you're clearing, you're recognizing, you're learning yourself with the law of attraction. With the law of assumption, this is where you're embodying the energy of the wish fulfilled. So you're seeing yourself in the finish line and you're assuming all the character traits that it takes to be in the vision. You know what I'm saying? And why that's important is because, and then this is why social media, everything is so powerful today, because we get to see people now today more than ever. Like, I wish when I was younger that I had so much access to so many people's story, like their backstory, because I would have realized then that really their story didn't look that much different than mine. It wasn't so magical as I thought their story was. I didn't realize that everybody had to work really freaking hard. You know what I mean? And that everyone has sleepless nights, and that and everyone got rejected. Like, I didn't understand that like I do now. So if you're on, first of all, if you made it this far, like, know that that's part of the journey of everybody's journey. And so the reason that's important to understand, and that's the law of assumption, is because you're assuming the character. So when you see that this is the formula, you realize that that's a part of your character trait, is to actually move through hard shit. It's not always going to feel good. That's part of the evolution. So you can attract, with law of attraction, you can attract a lot. But law of assumption is where you actually hold it and embody it and keep it. And it's important to understand the difference. I'm going to talk more about this later, but I just wanted to get that out.